There's only one way this. Yes, I can blame you for trying to fence me in. That's your fault. Hell, you brought in this outside dog.
Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Detroit Lions. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson in the booth. Riley Patterson on the field gets this thing going. And we are underway in downtown Detroit. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Go, Riggs. Go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Hurk, hurk. Hey, smash Broncos. Ready, ready?
And he'll get ahead for about 3 on the first play from scrimmage.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Hold the ready.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7.
Ready. Cougar 19.
Out of the gun, Ward. He's got a man here. That's Eric Iomana. 10 yards, the gain on the pitch and catch. That's good for a Titan first down.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets, and he continues to make plays like that. Their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. They bring Judy in motion. Shotgun snap for Wolf. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
This will not do the trick. They've stopped the ball.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go now. Bronco 80.
Once again, it's Gibbs. Room to run at the 35. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. That's good for 27 and a first down.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got him going backwards now, Mike, and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last 2 plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he will go all the way. Jameson Williams. Touchdown Lions. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year. Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Lions will take a 7-0 lead.
Lions 7, Titans nothing. Riley Patterson to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard run.
Come on. Go.
On play action, it's Ward. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long.
Viking 18.
From the gun, here's Ward. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt.
The Lions take over first and 10.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, it's Gibbs. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Playing close quickly. And here comes 3rd down.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Open man, right side, he's got it. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. Lions ball to begin this 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. They hand it to Gibbs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
He'll look to throw. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. This one could be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
3rd and a long way to go.
Viking 18. Trap 60, trap 60.
Back to throw. Forced to his right. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's just a couple short of a touchdown. We'll mark him out at the 2-yard line. It is a big play there for the Lions. 59 yards.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert 1st downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way. In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get, the offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal.
Set up. Go.
Gibbs will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown.
So you look back a week ago, Mike, and that tough loss, and you can already see this is a much different group. There's a different focus, there's a different clarity, there's a different operation in and out of the huddle. They look sharp, motivated, and 2 drives later, they've got 2 touchdowns, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Riley Patterson to kick off for the Lions.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready.
Fake the handoff. Now Ward. Open man downfield is lovely. 1st and 10 now from the 36.
That's good for the Titans. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Seven Pirates.
Play action. Ward. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now. They'll put Loveland in motion. So 2nd down, and they'll run it. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. Give them 14 on that one. 1st down for Tennessee. They'll put Loveland in motion.
60 Bison.
They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. It is 2nd and 6. In motion, Okonkwo. They'll stick with him again. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
70, 19, rig alert. Hey, Trash. Hurt. Rig. Check.
Ward now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
That ball hot. Posted lovely. Touchdown Titans. Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point.
Kaimi Fairbairn lining up for the extra point.
He's got it. And the Titans are on the board. It's now 14-7. Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Go. 60. Wide. Get wide.
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. Yard.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. First down.
That's good for the Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs. They're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 11. First down, Detroit.
Detroit Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Have the system, have the system. Riggs. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Mustang 19. Hey, smash. Hurt.
Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Here we go.
On the ground, this is Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Let's go. Cougar 19, Warriors 17.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Lions build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll put Loveland in motion. Play fake. Now Ward to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Trey Harris, the intended receiver there. And it'll lead to a second down. Now it's Ward. He finds a receiver. It's Trey Harris. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing is Ward. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Cut 19, 19 right.
Throwing again is Ward. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1.
19, 18. Ready, third, 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Warriors, 70. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
Ward to throw again. Oh, a huge mistake. Playing the half. It is intercepted. They're going to take over at their own 8-yard line.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back-end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
And that'll help give him some space out of bounds up at the 20-yard line. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. It's a toss play, left to Gibbs. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. It is a big play there for the Lions. It covers 51 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a whole lot, but he got what he needed. It is first and goal coming up.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Here's Gibbs, and he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
One more time, they try Gibbs. And he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. Now he'll air one out, and that'll be incomplete. They took their shot downfield. Now let's check on the flag. So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They'll put Loveland in motion. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Holston Loveland was the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Here we go, 19, 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They snap it to Ward. Now he'll work his way out right. Going deep downfield for Judy. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Gonna give the ball over on down. A run here with Gibbs. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. Julian Love brings him down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
2nd and 5.
Here we go, set. Viking 18. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, that one floated off his back foot. It is intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. On 1st and 10, Ward. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Off play action, it's Ward. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Again, it's Ward. That one caught by Biomass. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. To the air again, Ward. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
A 41-yard attempt.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Titans are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Yeah, really with the, I should probably sign a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drip.
Tag! 70 Timberwolves. Panther 60, Panther 60. Check.
Now Gibbs. And he'll get forward for a couple. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
He'll drop to throw. Moving outside the pocket. That one out wide to Gibbs. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Ready? 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
On third down, they go with Gibbs. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Detroit. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Second down, they need 3.
At the 37-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
From the gun, here's Gibbs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. Here's a third down and 4.
It's now third down and 4.
They'll look to throw. Out to his right. Taking off. Oh, the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. Here's Gibbs. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
At the 31.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Back to throw. He's got it at about the 8. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Extra point by Patterson is good. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Now, first down throw for Ward. In trouble, and down he goes.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
From the gun, here's Ward. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Wow, a pretty good comeback to say the least. Not enough for a first down, but a really solid pickup. And it brings us to fourth down.
For being that far behind the chains, that's a heck of a run right there. I mean, he nearly picks up the first down, and, man, wouldn't that have been something?
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got a man! It's Harris! And he will score! Trey Harris! Touchdown, Tennessee. Fairbairn to add the extra point. He's got it, and the Titans are able to cut into the deficit.
17.
Before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
70 Lions! Go!
Once again, it's Gibbs. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone. Inside the 20. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Let's go now! Viking 18!
They hand it to Gibbs. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal, try to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
That's another Detroit Lions 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
And a big collision there down near the goal line keeps him out of the end zone.
It's now 3rd and
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Buffalo 18. 19 Lions.
On second down, here's Ward. He's going to look downfield once again. And this will be incomplete. Trying to get it to Michael Wilson that time. Third down coming up.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Cut 19. Cut 19. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Hurt.
Throwing on third down, Ward. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And it's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
So here it is, fourth down and 10.
70 Timberwolves. Dragon 60. 18 Rattlers. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Out of the gun, Ward. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.